Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video. Today, I know incursions has begun. Not going to talk about incursions right just yet, if at all. Except, right now, I guess. I'm going to talk about Fleet Commanders. It has been something that has been requested at least once, maybe even twice. And to the best of my knowledge, I haven't done a full-fledged video on it. I don't really know why. Best I can guess is I was kind of waiting until I got further along in the Fleet Commander loop, if you will. Like more than 2 Fleet Commanders unlocked, more than 2 slots unlocked, being able to do all their skills. Hasn't really happened yet, but gotta put it off a little too long. Now I may end up doing an incursions video, but we'll see how incursions plays out first. I will be on the lookout for a good hit against my base because I have been able to take out a tier 10 1.4 billion Rotaran with my station, even though that player had station delay. So something I alluded to a while back was maybe we were flipping out too much about the station delay. All right, one of the first processes, at least for me, something, and it's really in addition to like the Fleet Commander Refinery that was made several months after that, or at least when did the Titan come out? I don't even remember. I guess it was March or April of last year, and the Fleet Commanders came out, what, January? So a few months after that. The Titan actually plays a key role in it. And where is my Titan? Where is it? Don't see it. Well, I guess one thing I do know, I don't have 2 Voyagers. So the smaller Voyager has to be the Titan, right? I mean, that's a Voyager. That's not a Titan. Let's click on it. Yep, it's a Titan. Holy shit. And I pointed this out. I remember pointing this out in the event store. I've only had the Titan for, I don't know, a month or two, or however long it's been, so it's not that big. But what I do, and I don't even bother actually using the Titan to boost the ship. I just, send it out, hit the cancel so it's sitting on top of the station, and just hit the button. That's it, because I don't give a shit about anything else. I mean, my research for the Titan isn't up far enough. I have been doing some, but it's just not up far enough to where it actually does anything. And you want to claim your daily. Get your berylliums and your crystalline berylliums. Now, that is one of the dailies. There is another daily that I do not suggest doing daily. But every 4, maybe 5 days, do this second one. So you can get more crystalline beryllium, and I will show you where that is in a minute. Instead of using the fortification one time, it does say max fortification, but you don't have to use max fortification. It just says use either of the Titan ship abilities to fortify other ships. Technically not fortifying other ships, but I'm still getting credit for this. But it does have to do with how much hoojabob shit, you're spending in the activations. Or at least it appears that way. Alright, so what do you do with the hoojabob shit? What do they even call that Titan bullshit? You come over to the support tab. There you go. Here's your 3 berylliums. I don't know what that is. And you come over and let me knock these out here first before I get too further into this, and then I forget to do these pulls, and I literally have been waiting to do these pulls all morning or all day so I don't do them, and then I can't show you in the video. Alright, so this is a little bit of a Titan video, and what I recommend is for each tier of your Titan, like after you tier up a Titan, just go in and claim the parts. Okay, you get 2,000 of these berylliums a day with the daily. Okay, just spend 1,000 the first time. That is so when you tier up your Titan, which you're not going to get another daily for. When you tier up, you can then pull the new chest claim immediately. You're understanding that? Because you see it does say Titan tier 4. So when you tier up, that becomes bigger. It becomes better. Well, if you don't have the beryllium, then you can't pull it. So what I'm saying is save one day at least where you don't pull the research shit. So you have some to pull more parts when you do tier it up. But I've already done that, so I'm going to pull my parts. And as you can see, I have 2,200. I have an extra 1,000. Hopefully you're understanding that. Hopefully I'm explaining that well enough. Alright, so let's go in here. And why I say every once in a while you want to do that next daily is because you see a 1 chest is 1,000, a 2 chest is 2,000, now a 3 chest is 5,000. Now you should be trying to do the double chest every day. With 1 daily and a periodically second daily should give you enough of these crystalline berylliums to regularly pull a double chest, and you want to do that. Now here's a lot of these rare skill point fragments, which honestly haven't seen a lot of use for yet, which is kind of why I was waiting, because I barely have any use for these rare bullshit things. What you do need is these uncommon SPs. You really need those. You need as many as you can get, especially because the idea is you're going to have all the fleet commanders at some point. When that will be, don't know. But at some point, you will have all of them. And you will want to use all of them, so you're gonna need to upgrade the shit. Now I do have the 3rd slot. Just don't have a fleet commander to put in there yet, because of course they didn't put Sloan in the Wave Battle Pass, so can't have him yet. And Locutus, I'm far behind Locutus, though I do know players that have free to play have unlocked Locutus between the Borg Mega Cube event and incursions, spending all the loot that they get from there on Locutus, and they have Locutus free to play. So it's absolutely something you can do. Now, what I can't show you is the leveling up process, because you can see max level up and max promoted. Now, if I remember correctly, these Commander XP are used to level up. Now that is the level, not the promotion rank, but the level. Which I think they go up to 100. I see no evidence of that, but I'm pretty sure they do go up to 100. Yeah, it's 100 because you can see there's 20 ranks, 5 levels per rank. And how you rank them up is with these Fleet Commander credits. There's Uncommon, Rare, and Epic, which, as you can see right here in this box, used to rank up Fleet Commanders, get more from Solo Exchange in Borg Tech Refinery and this store. So that is one of the other benefits from the Bolos. You can get a lot of Fleet Commander currencies. You do get the XP, and you will get different Fleet Commander credits. Naturally, the Epic Fleet Commander credits are only going to be had from the Epic Bolo chest claim. But you will be able to do that very easily as you level up and level up your Talios and all your other ships and whatnot. That part is relatively easy. Now, what will happen... Actually, I think I did miss a step, didn't I? Let's go in here. As you level and promote these commanders, you are getting a reward each time, actually. So it's not just the level and the rank that you are getting, but you are also getting Kirk skill points. And what you use Kirk skill points is for these abilities in this tree here. They're basically researches. So, it's just like any other currency, right? There is what it costs and what you have, and, you upgrade it. Upgrade button, selected something different. I'll get to that in a bit. And there are roadblocks. As you can see here, there are 5 tiers, I guess. 5 levels, 5 tiers, I guess, of abilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, there's a 50 here. That is for Command Center 50. This line is usually, pretty sure it was 40, 30, 20, 10, and that is on the Command Center. Yes, you are limited by what researches that you can do here for your fleet commander by the level of the Command Center. And you also noticed the other researchers in front of it and rank of the commander. Very, very annoying. I'm not going to say that this is easy. It is. It's relative. I wouldn't say it's hard either. It's more annoying as shit than anything. But it is almost self-explanatory. If you want to do one of these things, go away. You click on it. It tells you what it is, and it tells you the requirements. So it's not like that hard. And it does tell you want to pay attention to these yellow words here. Always on means always on, whether he's in the seat or you selected it or you've just upgraded it. It is always on. Now let's go to something else. Like you see the spinning things here. And you see the box around these levels. That's something. You can only have one in this box. You can't have both. As you can see, on duty, selectable. The commander has to be in the chair and you have to hit the select button. Like say this, warp speed. I don't have this warp speed because you see the select button here, I haven't selected it. And yes, there is a cooldown. You can't just select this, go warp your people out there, and then go select the other one and have the other one. There's a cooldown. Yeah, it's about choice. Fine. We can make the choices. I don't care. I really don't like how the sourcing for the fleet commanders and their resources and this stupid command center, I don't really like how that's gone. Been a year now, and I don't have a max level thing or a command center that is my level. That's wrong in my opinion. Alright, so on duty and selectable, you had to select this. Every fleet commander has a few of these options. I don't know if they always have 5 or what, but as you can see, sometimes it's a choice between one or another thing. And in some cases, take a look at this one. Increases Klingon reputation gain. There's 3 choices here because obviously, increase Federation reputation gain, increase Romulan reputation gain. And I have the increased Klingon reputation gain. Because when I go kill Federations, I'm getting less Klingon. So this allows me to get more Klingon reputation than I was before and kind of keep my Romulan and Klingon a little balanced. So that was on duty selectable. Now, some of these other boxes, you see these gold boxes here. There's a few of them. Oh no, that is always on. Okay, that's how you know. These gold boxes, as you can see, always on. As I said before. They don't have to be in the seat. You don't have to select nothing. It's always on. Now the other boxes, which have nothing around them, they just, it's a blue hexagon. Yeah, hexagon. Don't remember my shapes from geometry there for a minute. Select this on duty. The captain has to be in the chair. You don't have to select anything. You don't have to make a choice here other than do you want to spend a currency to level the thing up. But they have to be in the chair for this ability to be active. It does sound somewhat complicated, like, can this computer even keep up with this shit? Had some problems in the past, so I'm not going to guarantee you that all this stuff is working properly. But it is. So there are 3 different types. There are always on, which are in this gold box. There are the on-duty selectable, which the captain has to be in the chair, and you have to pick between 1 or 2 or 3 options. You have options there. You have to pick one. And then the third kind is the one that's just on duty, where the captain has to be in the chair. All right. Now, let's talk about the currency. Yeah, I did mention the skill points here. Now, the rare skill points, I haven't seen any, except there are a few. I think this one costs rare skill points. And this one maybe. So maybe the on-duty ones had cost it. I don't even remember. But I didn't have to spend rare skill points until I unlocked these level 40 things. Some of these other ones didn't cost anything. Didn't cost rare skill points. But again, I haven't progressed through this really that much. I mean, maybe a little more than other people, but as far as how far you can go through this, I haven't gotten through this that much. So, not everything here that I'm saying is, can you really take to the bank? I would love to say that, but I don't have that much experience, and a lot of people don't unless you are a huge spender. But they're going to work the same way. They're going to be currency, and some of them, they're going to cost rare skill points. So that's what I do. I only have 114. I only have 114 rare skill points. Oh, it was like rare fragments. Oh, God. That's another, because I have to go back to the refinery and show you that shit. Oh, my God. Some of these are very good. And I think that's why some of us are frustrated about it. Some of these are very good abilities. It's just, let's progress people through the thing so they can get the dumb thing. It's been a year already. Oh well. Increase your shots against swarms. That's great, especially for wave defense. Because notice, it doesn't say shit about a Franklin. That's right. I get extra shots against swarms in wave defense with my other ships. Very useful. Increase nanoprobe drops. Again, not ship specific. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. You do have to pay attention to the description here. Increase mantises. Again, ship specific there. The other ones weren't. Actine venom rewards from hostiles, which nobody even uses the damn mantis. So again, some of them are shit, but some of them are really good. I mean, look at this. Increase officer defense, 120%. Increase officer XP. Increase impulse speed. That's very good. Warp range. There was a warp range run. Increase your warp range. See, I got 2.8%. That's how I can get my Voyager to the big 60 systems without being level 58. And I guess it is the last warp range research. Now I got to use Scotty, and Grush, and Fleet Commander Kirk, but I can get there. All right. I think I've confused you enough with this tree. But, I mean, as always, feel free to ask questions. I can't promise you that I know the answer, but I will try. And I got to go back to the refinery. talk about this shit, because there's also a fucking refinery shit. Oh, well, let me go inside the base. We'll talk about a little bit about leveling up the building. At 40, you get a second commander slot. As you can see, increasing the building will get you more officer stats, will get you more skill point rewards. Blase, blase, blase. Quantum communicators is what you need. Used to level up your command center, collect daily in gifts and stores. Again, you can buy a pack, but the daily claim, and I have already claimed it. It's a daily drip. It's a straight daily drip. In here, you see Fleet Commander Center, Command Center, level 40 to 49. Fleet Commander rewards. That's where you will get Kirk and Spock shards, and you'll get, if you have both of them, you get something else. I don't even remember what it is. You do get a few other currencies, but the main thing is the currency for the building. So that's where you get back that. So let's go to the refinery now. And look at all these stupid little tabs. And here you go. Rare skill point fragments. Use these fragments to get rare skill points. And I can do that a shit ton of time. I can do it 38 times. I don't even do it because I'm not even at that stupid point yet where I need any more of this dumb shit. Because the sourcing is shit. Really, for the building. I think if they would increase the drop for the building, it would be so much better. Here's this shit. It's dust. It's Fleet Commander dust you get if you have both Kirk and Spock. So you take this Fleet Commander dust. Get for refinery dust when you have maxed out a Fleet Commander shards. Again, they are explaining this stuff to you. They actually did a decent job with putting information boxes around for these Fleet Commanders. Exchange for Fleet Commander upgrade materials. Here you can get uncommon Fleet Commander credits and Commander XP. Do this if you need to, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's not really moving the needle a whole lot. But it can. I mean, if it's going to move the needle for you, by all means do that. There's not anything else you can do with the dust anyway. That's where this shit was. The fragments into the actual skill points. Now what you had is the uncommon skill points, which you saw me getting from the Titan. Now you saw what some of Kirk's abilities cost and how much I had and how many I had available to actually that I could press a button on and upgrade. I didn't have enough of the currency. So how do you get more? Because yes, I said you were going to get some with every level promotion, but as you can see, I was maxed. So what do? Here's where you do. It says right here on these boxes. Uncommon skill points, 2 Admiral Kirk skill points, or Captain Spock Kirk skill points. Locutus skill points, 7 of 9 skill points, Janeway skill points. You take some of that shit that you get from the Titan daily refinery claim. And they actually have been doing this from some of the events. And you take that and you get whatever commander skill points you want. Or not skill points. Yes, skill points. Whatever commander skill points you want. I recommend not doing this early. I did this early and maybe I got a little more Locutus than I really needed because I don't even have Locutus. Got a little bit more Spock than I needed because I don't really like Spock's tree as much as, let's say, Kirk's. I do more attacking things than I do like mining things. And I don't even give a shit about some of this mining shit. Or, I mean, there's even some shit for Spock and it's like par steel generator output. I'm like, what? Our generators aren't even on most of the time. Or how much they can hold. It's like, what? We don't even care. Those stupid generators in the warehouses, they're pointless. Like if you just deleted them from the game. nobody would care. I mean, it's because it doesn't matter. But, okay. Also, unless you're going to take these commander skill points and go, maybe that's the rule. Don't do it early. Really, the only time you should do these exchanges is if you're looking at your fleet commander and his little skill tree and you're like, I want this skill, but I don't have enough currency. That is the only time I think you should come in and do this. There is one other time, though, when that event for upgrading a fleet commander happens. See, for me, I can't score in that event in a lot of the ways. There's one way. Usually, I've already spent on this stupid ass building, or I don't have enough currency to do one level on this stupid building. You see, both of my fleet commanders, I have max level, max rank. I can't score in that event, except I can exchange this stuff. And that's the only way I can compete in any of those events. So I would save them. But, as I said, if you're looking in the Fleet Commander skill tree and you say, I want this skill, then by all means, please go in and exchange it. Do not wait for an event. Go get you that research. Because otherwise, you're going to end up where I am. This event happens, and you literally have no way to score it. Could be good rewards, could be shit rewards, could be medium rewards. Who knows? But it could be something you really want. And you know what? You have no way to score points. Which is one of the big downsides to this Fleet Commander shit. It's just, the progression is way too slow. Way too slow. Okay, I think I covered everything in a 30-minute video. Yeah, it was one of the big things that I remember that came out. It was way too much currency. Way too much currency. There's no way that you actually need this much currency. You don't. You don't need this many different currencies. You don't. Hell, you could just make all the skills cost this shit. Then you don't need specific Fleet Commander skill points. I mean, you would just have to divide everything by 10 because you're multiplying this by 10. You would have to divide all the costs of all the skills by 10. But then you could get rid of 6 currencies. Alright, summarize this shit. Let's get out of here. Trying to explain as much of the Fleet Commander process as I can. I can't explain a lot of it, but I can explain some of it. Some of the big things is you're going to want to make sure you do your daily claim every day, and I know a lot of people do. You want to get those quantum communicators. You want to get your Fleet Commander as high as you possibly can. The big thing is getting the 40. You get the 40, you can slot in 2 Fleet Commanders. And probably by about that time, you should have, at the very least, because you should have gotten one of the Fleet Commanders for free from one of the missions, I think. And then through the months and the weeks and the years, probably, because it has been 1 year, you should unlock the second Fleet Commander. And therefore, be able to slot both of them in there at the same time, instead of having to swap in and out because there is a cooldown, and that's stupid. I hate it. It's just annoying. I almost wish it was some other kind of penalty. I almost wish it was a currency. I hated, I'm talking about adding another currency, even though I hate how many currencies there are. I just don't like that it's a cooldown. It is somewhat of a pain in the ass to manage. But I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore. Because I already have 2 Fleet Commanders as of right now. Alright. Explain some things about some of the skills. Remember, there are 3 types. There are, in a straight gold box, there were the always on, whether the Fleet Commander is slotted in the chair or not, it's always on. There is the on duty, which means the fleet commander has to be slotted in his chair and on duty for you to get for you to get the effects of that ability. And then there are the on duty selectable. There were 2 or 3 skills wrapped inside of another gold box. You had to pick and choose between only one inside that box. And then it would get a little thing that spun around, meaning that is the one that you had selected. All right. Comment below. Do you still have any questions after I went through all this video? I'm sure you do, because it's kind of a lot of information. But by all means, feel free to ask the questions. Ask away. And comment below. How do you think the feature of Fleet Commanders has gone? Are you really happy with it? Or are you somewhat unhappy because the progression has just gone so slow? But do you think that some of the abilities and some of the benefits just outweigh that? Well, I'll take the steady, slow drip because some of these abilities are really good. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.